classes in session. Welcome to school, guys. Okay, so yeah, glasses off. I do wear glasses, but I have in contacts. But I just felt like this makes me look more teachery, educated. Don't mind my lucky. I feel like with a baby, you start giving everything pet names. The E just is like, yeah. So let's talk about self-concept. So what is self-concept? Self-concept is how you view yourself, what you think about yourself, the beliefs that you hold about yourself. How your life has everything to do with your self-concept. And what I mean by that is the beliefs that you hold about yourself is being reflected back to you. I like Kristen Jackson. If you don't know who that is, I'm going to put her channel down below. But I really like her channel because she talks about the law of reflection rather than the law of assumption. And with the law of reflection, it's just that everything that we see in our reality is just is a reflection of our inner state. So everything that you see in your reality is a reflection of your self-concept. And most people have very poor self-concepts. I know. My self-concept, I'm working on it. I wouldn't say like I have the best self-concept, but every day it gets better. Every day it gets better. You see? And it reflects outwardly. So many people tell me like, oh my God, you look happy, you look radiant, you look this, you look that, right? And it's because my outer is reflecting my inner state. So because I've been working on my beliefs, I've been working on what I am identifying as, then that's how my reflection shows up. So if you want to change your reality, if you want to change how people are showing up in your life, circumstances are showing up in your life, your day-to-day, right? You're tired of the mundane, you're tired of experiencing boredom, even though boredom is healthy, but you're just tired of these things. That's because you don't have a great self-concept and your reality is reflecting that back to you. So now that we know what self-concept is, how it works, and how reality is in connection to that, how do we go about changing our self-concept so that we can start to live the life that we came here to experience? We came here to have fun. We came here to have a good fucking time. We did not come here to just learn lessons and deal with trauma and sit in our BS. We didn't come here for that. We came here to have a damn good time. So how can you start to build a self-concept that's going to allow your reality to reflect back to you just fun, joy, love, peace, abundance? I broke it down into three categories. So here's the thing. I'm going to talk about it on a micro level and on a macro level. And I talked about this on my channel. You probably already seen a short about it. I'm going to probably going to post a short after this. But I talked about this on my TikTok. Make sure you guys follow me on TikTok if you're not following me. But I talked about this on my TikTok, is that there's a micro and a macro level self. So you have the small self with the small s, and then you have the big self, which is like consciousness, awareness, God, whatever you want to call it. And then the small self is your identity, like your name, birthday, occupation, just who you take yourself to be, the form that you are occupying to walk around this physical reality. That's the small self. Now, when it comes to shifting your self-concept, I believe that everything is, as within, so without, as above, so below. So everything is about, the micro and the macro level. You have to do both in order to see the greatest change, in order to see the greatest shift in your reality. You have to work on both. So from the micro level, let's talk about discipline. You have to set up routines in your life. Now you might be like, I'm not a routine person. No, you just lack discipline, and that's your excuse. Clock it. I'm sorry, I've been on social media too much, but no, it's serious. Seriously, you lack discipline, and you're like, well, I'm not I just don't do well in routines. But you have a routine of not doing well in routines. Like, you do have a routine. Your routine is just not giving you the results that you want. So you do have a routine. I'm pretty sure you do the same thing every day. You do the same thing every day, and it's not getting you the results that you want. So what you have to do is you have to introduce a new habits into your life. Check out the book Atomic Habits by James Allen. No, not James Allen. Jesus Christ. What is that man's name? Oh, well, I don't fucking remember his name. James Allen is as a man thinketh. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. But anyways, check out that book, Atomic Habits. It's going to help you build up new habits. But you have to build up a routine if you want to become that girl. If you want to, work on your self-concept, you have to build up a routine. So you want to build a routine so that you can build trust with yourself. Because if you show up for yourself every day, doing what you say you're going to do, you're going to build up a trust relationship with yourself. And this is going to improve your self-concept. This is going to improve how you think about yourself, the beliefs that you hold about yourself. You know that you're the type of person that's going to do what you say you're going to do. The best way to start that relationship is setting small, achievable goals and showing up and completing them. Get a morning routine. Get a night routine. Start working out. Start eating better. Take care of your vessel. Take care of your body. This is important. This is what you're using to navigate this reality. Why are you not taking it more seriously? Why are you not taking care of it? So that's like how you work on the micro self. Another way to work on the micro self is by affirmations. Environment is everything. So when I'm talking about affirmations, I'm not just talking about standing in the mirror and saying, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am kind, I am lovable, I am this, I am that. While I think that's important, I also think everything is an affirmation. The media that you consume is an affirmation. So if you're consuming media that doesn't give you a good view of yourself, why are you consuming it? If you follow a lot of people on social media that make you feel bad about yourself, unfollow them. Because these are affirmations. Every time that you're on social media, you are thinking. You may not be aware of it because you're so consumed in your phone. You're so consumed in like music. Music is a big one too. You're so consumed in whatever media you're in that you don't realize that you're also thinking. And these thoughts may not be the best if you are not surrounding yourself, immersing yourself in positive, uplifting content for you. All the gossip channels, let them go. All the chaos stuff. Now I'm going to dabble with some drama. That's especially with all the social media stuff that's been going on. I'm not saying like completely discard that stuff. I'm just saying to stay vigilant when you are around these things because they impact you. They impact you, your environment, who you surround yourself with all the time. That plays a huge impact. They are all affirmations to the small self, to who you think you are, to the limited self. So take care of these things. Be very intentional about what you consume when it comes to media. Last plank, my baby about to wake up. But self-inquiry is how you're going to work on the macro self. So self-inquiry is all about trying to discover who is it that's aware of your experience. So right now, you are aware of this, right? You're aware of this video. And in 5 more minutes, you're going to be aware of something else. 5 minutes ago, you were aware of something else. That awareness that's aware of this is not the small self. It is the big self. And it's always with you. It's with you in your dreams. It's with you in the deep sleep. It's with you now. This is the big self. And that's what you are. So when you start to do self-inquiry, you are inquiring into this self. Who am I? Questions like, who am I? What is it that's aware of my experience? What is it that sees? What is it that hears? These are questions you should be asking yourself all the time because you want to know what's behind the experience. Because the experience is just a micro level of what you actually are. But when you go behind, you connect to something much greater, which is the true you. And then you can start to identify more as that and not the small self. And in that identification, the small self will start to take on the qualities of what you truly are. The small self is already has these qualities. But the reason that you can't see that is because you only identify with the small self. And the small self is limited by its nature. It has limited beliefs. It has limited ideas about how the world works because it is limited by its nature. It is cut off. It believes that it's cut off from everything else. I appear separate from you. That is how the small self is interpreting reality. But the big S, which is consciousness, awareness, God, the universe, higher self, whatever you want to call it, understands that there's no separation, that this is all one thing, dancing as separate events, appearing as separate events. And the more that you can rest as that, identify as that, recognize that you are that, then everything else falls in line. But it's difficult to identify and rest as the big self when the small self is out of control, unmanageable, dysregulated. We work on the small self so that we can regulate it enough to recognize what we actually are. So this is a bottom-up approach. Whereas some people, they do start where I feel like I was very top-heavy, very aware, very much knew that this was a dream, and trying to like get in my body, learning how to like rest as a human, learning how to be a human. Where I would say most people are human and they want to learn how to become their higher selves. So either way you go, there needs to be a balance. You cannot be in one or the other too much. There has to be a balance. So if you're like me, then working on the small self is super important so you can learn how to regulate your nervous system, learn how to be in your body, find safety in your body so that you can find safety in the present moment. When you find safety in the present moment, you see the unlimited nature of reality, the unlimited opportunities that you have access to. Everything opens up for you when you can learn how to just be with the present moment and not caught up in stories about the past or the future. You're just being. And when you she didn't take that long of a nap, but when you identify as what you actually are, then it becomes much, much easier. You want to eat? Can I finish this video? When you identify as what you actually are, then it becomes much easier to see all the possibilities that there are to So yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying. I'm just gonna end the video here. We gonna let that be the end because somebody wants to eat. And yeah, I gotta make sure that she's actually in deep sleep next time because she wasn't all in deep sleep. But you know what? Everything happens the way that it's exactly the way that it's supposed to happen. And this is obviously a good conclusion for this video. So I will be talking to you guys soon. Love you. Bye. Also, make sure you guys sign up for my email list because I'm going to be sending, and I'm going to link that down below. It's to my newsletter. I'm going to be writing more newsletters. I don't know how frequently because, you know, this one. But I'm going to be writing more newsletters. And also, I have a product that's coming out soon. So make sure you guys are in the know and to figure out how you can work with me more, make sure you sign up for my newsletter because that's where I will be sending all updates. And of course, I'll be putting it on here too. But if you want to be one of the first ones to know about the updates, then make sure you sign up for my newsletter. Okay, love you guys. Bye.